Hi guys, it's Jacob from Stringbuzz here, stringbuzz.org being the music journalism site. Links are in the description down below. And there's a lot of people sad today and there's a lot of people happy today, but mostly the world is left a bit divided from the results that have happened in the election. Like I said in my last few videos, which is why I'm wearing the same thing because I'm recording all of these in one sitting, I'm not too fussed about the result. It doesn't personally affect me. With me being a British teen living in Oxfordshire, I doubt what the happenings of the American political system is going to really take effect here. I know a lot of people are fear-mongering, saying, you should be worried, but there's nothing I can do about it. So, and the likelihood of it affecting me personally, like I said, is next to nothing. So, anyways, let's join together. Let's take our mind off of things, and let's come in with this song review of Jonas Blues and Raye's new song, By Your Side. If you're wondering why I keep looking up here, it's because I'm referring to the original article that was posted on stringbuzz.org earlier today. Yeah, Jonas Blue is a DJ which I think is actually responsible for a cover slash remix, which is probably the worst remix slash cover of all time. He remixed Fast Car and took all of the life out of it. Fast Car is obviously a really sort of heartbreaking and a ballad, acoustic ballad, probably the best acoustic ballad that's ever been written, performed masterfully by Tracy Chapman. And what did he do? He took that and turned it into a love song on a house beat, and people were like, "Oh, this is amazing! This sounds great." It doesn't. It's a bland house track which will be forgotten after this summer. It's just another summer song. But onto this song, I'm going to throw my bias ways behind me. They're all gone, and I'm going to go into this one fresh. I've never heard of Raye before. She might add something completely different, and she didn't. Yeah, this song sucks as well. I'm sorry. There's no other way of putting it. I really hate how people are producing these summer songs, these summer house anthems here in November, because they sound so outdated and cheesy and they just do not fit the season at all. I know, I'm not asking, hey, how dare DJs produce music during the winter, they're just here for the summer, they're here when we want them to be here. That's not the point at all. You can still be a DJ and make a really fun house track which is good for, parties, Christmas parties, Halloween parties and all these sort of deals. Not this. This is just pandering to the summer crowd, and it's obvious pandering. When I think of great house DJs around at the moment, I think of like Philip George, because obviously Jonas Blue is British as well. So if I'm thinking of a great British DJs here, I'm thinking Philip George, I'm thinking Chris Gresswell, not people like Jonas Blue. Like I said here, unfortunately, it's another dud. It's bland, it's stagnant, and it sounds the same as his last few tracks, just in a different key. And it does. He's used all the same tropes as he used in the last few tracks, just here on this song, and it does nothing for me. If it did nothing for me the first time, it's not going to do anything for me now. Production-wise, the song is fine, but it should sound fine because it's hardly difficult to muck up a house track. The beat is wholesome and deep, the vocals sound pretty crisp, and the song has been mastered fairly competently. Like I said, it's difficult to muck up a house track. Even bad-sounding house tracks sound better than, a rough independent recording. It's difficult to muck up something which you're all programming because you've got utmost control of how it's going to sound. Musicality-wise is where this thing falls down. The track just has no musicality. Each section just remains the same as the last, just with different dynamics. Things get louder, things get quieter, things get softer, things get harsher. And that doesn't count for separating a verse from a chorus to me. You've got to change things up a little bit. You've got to change melodies. You've got to change your progressions, change your sequences. Oh, and I'll go on actually, because there's even more I want to say here. Each progression is uninspired and each beat is predictable. The song is a play-by-play house track which adds nothing new whatsoever to the genre. Raye's vocal melodies are dull and totally unoriginal, which they are. This song doesn't make you want to go out and listen to any more music by her, which is unfortunate because that's the thing you're looking for when you're featuring on a house track. You want to put your name out there, and me listening to this person putting their name out there, I don't want to hear her name anymore. The form of this track is terrible too, with no bridge being used to progress to the climax. So yet again, we've heard another charting song which has no bridge. Bridges are probably the most important thing you can put in your song. They help you progress to that final climax where you're knocked out and then you're left satisfied after the track. But unfortunately, the new pop trend this year has just leave out the bridge, just add another verse, or we'll just extend the final chorus to go on like a minute and a half, and that's just boring to me. The transitions are dull and there is nothing in the way of decoration. Nothing changes from part to part, as I've said. And they don't even try and change the transitions from part to part. It's just the dynamics get, are a crescendo when going into the chorus. They get louder and louder, and then at a diminuendo when they come back down again for the verses. Lyrically, the song is a whole waste of time to even talk about. It's just, bland pop song rubbish. I'm just going to move down on the article here so I can see my original rating out of 10, because I know that hasn't changed. So I'm going to cut off the review here, as I'll just be repeating the same words, boring and stale, over and over again. There is nothing here outside of a decent mix that is worth listening to. Jonas Blue yet again proves how he's just a completely dull DJ. And I won't be reviewing one of his tracks again, because this is the third time in a row now where I've just gone, yeah, I don't want to review any more of his songs. So I'm not going to. I'll leave that to someone else on the site. I think I've done my bit here. So I gave this one a 3 out of 10. The only thing saving this track from a lower score is that he's actually produced worse tracks than this, and I've given them the same score. So it would be a bit hypocritical if I was to give this a lower score. I think I've just built up this grumpier nature from listening to his tracks. So I definitely don't really recommend this one. I recommend you listen to Common's new song with Stevie Wonder. That's a really good song. I checked that one out. You've got tons of stuff being produced in the rock genre, like Crooked Teeth by Papa Roach. That's a great song. You've got Kensington's brand new Sorry track. There's lots of good music that has been produced this November, and this isn't part of that. So if you like this review, then please leave a like and subscribe if you want to see more, and I'll see you around next time. Bye-bye.